Fourth installment of Aaron's podcast. I welcome you all, not begrudgingly, but also you have the time to waste listening to what I have to say. So congratulations, you have equivalently made yourself worthless. And I'm very happy for that. So today, I have a whole assortment of topics to go about, but I also have a special guest. You may have seen him. Either you will see him after this podcast in my videos, or you will see him prior to, which either or happens. It is a misfortune that you will have to suffer as well as I have in this endeavor. Meet Ryan Seacrest, Conan O'Brien, or as I preferably like to call him, Soulless Ginger. Ryan, you have it?
Hello. Well, you know, and Aaron, it's funny that you mentioned that. Being a ginger is not just for Christmas; it's for life. You know, so it's going to be this way for quite a while.
Well, with that note, I might as well, re-gift that fruitcake and not have to send it to you because you already are one. And, and the burns already. Burns have already started. It's going to be a long one, people. So, as I said before, regretfully, you have to listen to all this. We got a huge stories coming up for you today. New updates on videos, games, weather, as always. I don't know why I do the weather, but I do it. And also, all the other cool stuff that I have. Discussions, thoughts, and you really don't want to miss this one, because if you do miss this one, you're a terrible piece of humanoid vomit, and your mother doesn't really love you, and you were adopted technically. So, till then, we will see you here in 5 seconds. And welcome back. I can't not believe you actually listened to the whole intro and you stayed for listening this long. You're going to regret it. But if you have the audacity to continue on further, be warned. It only gets worse before it gets better. So, guys, listen. I got some new videos coming out, which obviously you're either going to watch it or you're not, which if you're not, then you really should go lay down in a ditch and not come back out, because I preferably not want to, ever know you exist. My top 6, I am going to unveil that sometime, I hope this week, but it's becoming, as everything else in my life, a chore, and the last few relationships I was in, very much a chore, and something I indescribably do not want to witness and be around ever again for the rest of my life. Why did you take everything I own, woman? My heart and soul! Anyway, aside from that, Fallout 4, as always, I am continuing on. I have yet to reach Far Harbor, not in the game concept, but in the videos. Those will be coming out soon, and as always, they're going to be phenomenal with all kinds of photos that I've edited. So, enjoy those, you lowly humanoids. Also, I have a special, my special guest appearance. He is going to have some videos that I'm going to be promoting in this as well. He's going to be gaming with me. We're going to do all kinds of retro games. You're going to watch him mutilate any form of any enjoyable game, as well as me belittle him and make him feel insecure about his insecurities, which I'm already insecure. I'm still insecure. Why am I here? Why did my mom just, not make the decision to just say no? Say no to drugs. My mom's a good woman. No, don't let me fool you. Anyway, back to Morrowind. That's a new thing I'm going to do, because I decided to put myself through the torturous actions of playing Morrowind. And my God, I cannot hit anything with I can't hit the broadside of a barn with this game. Seriously, it's just, you'll have to watch it and you'll have to laugh at my pain, because obviously I laugh, because if I don't laugh, I will cry, and I will really, seriously, question my existence if I don't. Some new games in the works that we are doing, or I am doing videos on, which include my guest, who has had, as I have forced him to play with me, Raiden Project for the PlayStation 1. If you've never heard of it, then you're obviously not educated. Go see it. It's a great, awesome game once it's out, or either, go find it. Get out there, do something with your life. Crash Bandicoot Team Racing. I still don't know what really a Bandicoot is. I know someone sent me a image of it, and it was some rat-looking motherfucker in Australia, which Australia has all kinds of weird stuff. But anyway, it's a great game. It's miserable because my friend, he just sucks at it, and I just suck at it, but my thumbs are killing me. Oh, Raiden, also, it's a murder on the thumbs. Regardless of that, we will actually be playing some fighter games. I am going to force him to play. He doesn't know this. I'm actually announcing it now, so then he's going to be like, I want to kill myself. And I hope he does. But regardless of that, I do not promote suicide, so don't think otherwise. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. I'm going to make him play that, so then I can murderously ruin his days for the next few days. So women, if you want a, damaged piece of meat, he'll be available. Nah, he's slightly decent, when he's not here. Weather. It has been miserably rainy, then sunny, and then miserably hot. Like, I could go outside, and I could sit out there and bake in the humidity alone. So, I don't know what started this trend of me talking about the weather, but I blame my entire mom's side of the family and my mother. She's a good woman, don't let me kid you. Also, I am still seriously looking for artists. If you know somebody that can draw, and they can draw a stickman better than anybody else drawing a stickman, seriously, send them my way. I do commission work. I am looking for these people. Send them to me now. I don't want to get Big Brother on you. Alright, enough with my terrible attempts at humor and Russian accents. Now we go on to the juicier, more meatier stuff. The things you're waiting on that Tinder for that girl to be all like, hey, let's go meet up. And you're like, man, I'm going to get some juice. God, that was terrible. I don't know what's wrong with you, Ryan. Alright, so discussions and thoughts segments. So now everybody can be even more miserable than they already were in the initial 5 minutes. So, we have been playing, as I announced early on, Raiden Project and Crash Bandicoot. And for games, they're pretty fun. But this is Ryan's thoughts on them so far. So, what do you think about, let's start with Raiden, seriously. Like, that shooter game with the pilots and shit.
Well, first thing, after about 4 or 5 games worth of Raiden, I felt like Rocky after he fought the Russian, and I'm walking downstairs with my hands all taped up and blistered and bruised. That game puts so much stress on those joints. I feel like a 90-year-old arthritic man. Like I've just been jacking it for the last 2 months, watching, stars on TV.
Hey,
right? This month.
Hey, Jeopardy, man, man, you gonna get that question right. I got it. Yeah, man, seriously, it murders your thumb.
It does.
It brings on premature arthritis. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, you're sitting there, after 3 hours of it, you're like, I can't feel my thumbs. Lord help me, somebody.
Well, and you're right. And the worst part about it is the game is actually very addictive. It is very fun to play. So the problem is, you got a choice to make. You have a decision. Are you gonna suck it up and man it up and play? Or, are you just going to sit there and cry?
Or die a lot, like I seem to do. That's the crazier part, because I'm amazing, but I still suck horribly. We had, credits of 9, so that's 18? My math's wrong. Fuck. Anyway, my math is terrible. But I would die repeatedly. He would die so seldomly, but I had quadruple his points because I'm a greedy thief. I'm a terrible team player. I'm a team killing fucktard. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck you all. But dude, seriously, I would just go, I'm gonna go in and poke dude. I'm like, suck a shit. And just, it was terrible. He never died hardly at all. And then when he finally did die, he had 2 lives he could die on. And then I was like, what happened to all the 18 lives? That's exactly what happened.
Well, it's just such an intense diarrhea of just lasers, lights, enemy bogeys coming at you from every direction. You got tanks, planes, kamikaze bombers. It is just a non-stop blender of just nothing but shit thrown your way.
In the worst 2D graphics you could possibly have.
Yes.
You're sitting there and your eyes are like, why have you put me into this murder box of hell? So much shit's going on. Everything's happening. Because they actually made all kinds of remakes on them and more additions to the game for the PS4, I think. Maybe. I could be completely wrong. But I know they have a 360 version of it, and it's miserable hell. It's 3D mixed with 2D with every form of light show going on. You're really looking at somebody's vomiting up a freaking rave on a screen, and you're this pilot trying to dodge every fucking thing coming at you with 1,000 everything coming at you, and you're just like, my God, my eyes are gonna burn out of my skull. Can't I just jab them out and just not ever look again? It's about like that. It's a lot like that, actually. I hate it.
So in other words, if you're an epileptic,
stay.
Probably not a game for you.
Avoid it like a plague. Avoid it like your ex. Seriously.
Indeed.
Oh man,
Damn Bridget.
She's a horrible person if I ever met her. Anyway, Crash Bandicoot, Ryan's all-time favorite game because he cannot beat me.
not yet, anyway. Not yet.
Yes,
we're still working on it.
As he says in his like cups of freaking 7-1 totaling right now. Yeah.
Hey, I want the record to show, folks at home or driving, whatever you're doing and listening to us, 7-2. All right, just want the record to show I was 7-2.
7-1. You didn't win any. No, 7-1. Okay, don't let this little windbag of lies tell you otherwise. He was at the very end of it, and what did I do? Bam! I fucked this Christmas up. I said no, bitches out of my house.
He certainly took a poop in my cereal bowl, but it has not deterred me. That game is a great game, and for anybody out there that is a fan of Mario Kart, the controls, the gameplay, it is all so similar that if you're good at Mario Kart or if you're good at Crash, it'll carry over into the other game. My biggest thing was, Aaron, I did not know that the bigger the character was in Crash Bandicoot compared to Mario Kart, they're harder to maneuver.
Oh yeah, they're miserable. Tiny is horrible.
Oh, man.
You can't. You're like, he's going so fast and you cannot turn. It's just a miserable situation.
It's very difficult.
But I still think of all time, your panda's the best one for you.
Listen, that polar bear. For the listeners at home, that polar bear, don't ever get him. Don't ever get him.
Character. Don't let him lie. He just sucks at driving.
Well, see, that was the first character I picked, so I didn't get to see the intro of the game. Just watch the intro of the game and you'll figure out why. The bear is reading a book upside down. Well, it's no wonder he couldn't drive.
Bears don't read. Bears eat people. What the hell? Put him in a go-kart and you expect him to know what the fuck he's doing? A bandicoot doesn't know. The bandicoot wearing pants. Come on, brother.
You know, and I just have to say, there are some horribly unattentive zookeepers out there to allow TNT and nitroglycerin and go-karts and all sorts of other weaponry to be around all of these animals. They're already fucking dangerous anyway. And the one that I had was the dingo dial. First of all, how is that even possible, Aaron? Run that by me. How does a dingo and a crocodile have that horribly ugly offspring?
Well, when two animals love each other, they go into this action that okay, too many kids are listening. Anyway, no, it's so bizarre, I don't understand, you know. I mean, we've already had these scenarios where you just don't trust zookeepers or gorillas with your children. You don't do any of that.
Hey, and listen,
you know, I don't let my local gorilla babysit my children, okay? Never. Maybe SpongeGar, but that's the extent of that one. We're not getting on that SpongeGar. I love him.
We should not.
But for a great PlayStation 1 game that you want to, you know, put yourself in horrendous torture and miserable like situations, and for a retro, you know, fit if you got an addiction, that's the greatest game to go for it. But enough on our terrible beliefs in these games. We go to a bigger topic, a more important one that me and this little ginger-looking motherfucker have been going on about, intensely about. The struggles of honest, or not honest, but good and terrible people. And now, you may have a broad view of what's good and what's terrible, but okay, we're terrible. We will not lie. I mean, we are the assholes of our generation, or, well, of our group of people, if you would have us. I mean, the other people, yeah, they're dicks, but we are the quintessential the assholes, the ones that you're always assuming are going to be the assholes. But we're also the honest version of a lot of them, and we usually try to stay true to whatever we're doing, and we mess up because, you know, it happens when you're a human. But still, yeah, there's some people we've been dealing with lately. They're just inconsistent. That's the biggest thing. It's inconsistency. Why? What's the point, you know? What is the point?
Well, dishonesty, you know, for sugarcoating things, you know, beating around the bush. There's a difference between being an honest individual, being brutally honest, and just being an asshole. And the problem is that nowadays, because so few people know how to be or appreciate being straightforward and upfront, they're considered assholes. And it pretty much goes over like a fart in church. There's no place for it in today's modern world, you know, for the most part. Or at least that's the way that I look at it, because very few people, how many people, Aaron, do you have ask you, well, Aaron, you know, I got something going on, would you give me your opinion on this subject?
Very, very few, honestly, straight up. Only because, I don't have friends anymore. Truthful be told, I know. Don't let me live with this again. I had to have therapy for years. No, like, it's just, even with opinions, people just have a tendency to get over-exasperated about a lot of it, and just get overexcited over simply, you know, if I don't agree with you, okay, that's cool. Or if you don't agree with me, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But the point of it being an opinion, it is as it is. It's an asshole. It's just like an asshole. Sorry, it's not just that, but everybody has one. But it comes more quintessential when it involves another person, when your opinion is affecting another person's life, existence, and experience in this life. That actually becomes the problem, because if you're just going to have an opinion, okay, cool, it doesn't necessarily harm anybody. But then when your opinion starts encroaching on other people's rights, freedoms, and stuff, and also engaging in their day-to-day life, then it's like, okay, seriously, get out of here. Either have facts to support your case that's going to be, you know, legitimate, there's some groundwork there, or seriously, put your head in the toilet and get continuously flush until those shitty ideas get out. Seriously, I mean, and this goes not just in the realm of like politics, in the realm of theory, in the realm of everything else that's more majorly important, but even in our generation of dating, it's a hodgepodge of hell in a handbasket. I mean, I barely want to spend time even talking to people, because it's just like, it's exactly as that. It comes to no point, has no purpose really anymore, and then, you know, you invest. It's literally an investment. You're investing this amount of time into somebody, and then all of a sudden, boop, gone. It's just as quick as it came, you know, or the last boyfriend that she had a few times. He came quick, and he was gone as quick. So, I mean, I don't know. People do not make sense.
They do not. You know, for me, and what this reminds me of is, so this couple that I know,
right,
recently had their 17th anniversary.
Right.
So first of all, congratulations to them. Names shall remain anonymous, but you know, congratulations, guys. Anyway.
Yay, story's sake.
So they're getting ready. They're all fixed up, dressed up. I mean, to the nines. They're looking great in their Sunday best. Have a great dinner planned at a very swanky restaurant. And as they're about to head out the door, the wife asks him, you know, sweetheart, do I look fat in this? And Aaron, without a moment's hesitation, well, yeah, you do. But, you know, yes, sweetheart, you do. And some would say that's where he messed up, right there.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that Dave Chappelle skits they used to have, you know, it's one of those, this is the moment they realized keeping it real goes wrong. Well, so what happened was, so immediately, without skipping a beat, sweetheart, yes, you do look fat. She took it the wrong way. Now, what kind of person, why would you even ask something if you don't want to know that person's actual feelings or opinion on it? So she, and somewhat deservedly so, kind of gets upset and says, well, you just really must not love me if you would say that to me right before we go out on our anniversary. He said, sweetheart, he said, I'll show you how much I love you. He said, you already look fat. This is our anniversary, and we are going to a very expensive restaurant for you to get fatter. He said, I am knowingly paying for you to get fatter and fatter.
Wow.
He said, and you are perfect the way that you are, and I wouldn't change a thing. He said, now how do you feel about it now? Well, needless to say, that was one of the best times, I think, that at least from what they told me, that they ever had on an anniversary. Cutting loose, I mean, it's just amazing.
Right.
So, I think it has its place everywhere. I just think it depends on the person, and like you said, how it affects them.
It's a struggle, honestly, because I can tell you one thing, in the society that we live in, it's the Access Tet. Everything is so massive that it is transpired, or not transpired actually, it is translated into relationships in a sense, because you can literally get on an app 5, 10, 15 other apps, and you could be like whatever, and you could pick up females and stuff. And you know, it's both sides ultimately. They're both at blame into it. But if you're one of the genuine sticks in the mud that are trying to just mediocrely get your way into things and trying to be a better person, or, you know, not even just a better person, but just looking for something you can stay consistent in, and you want it, it's just not there. I mean, I won't lie, I've seen some of the memes where a woman says she's single, and all of a sudden she's in this hot dog factory, and it's just all these hot dogs are hitting her in the face, just thousands of them being shot in her face. And this society is generated to where men just overwhelm these women. But then at the same time, with all this dealings, these women are so used to having this sort of machinery happening to them, where they have all these choices of all these men. It's just like, why should I care? Because I can pick whatever the hell I want. I can do whatever I want. So then it's just as problematic for the men, but then it's a problem on the women's side. There's no choices.
Well, and like with everything, it's a two-way street.
Right.
We are all to blame at this point with the way that relationships are, the way that people are. For example, right? For example, when you're talking about relationships, how many people, older generations-wise, when you would go out on a date, you all would spend time together, I mean, and not just 1 or 2 dates, you know, I'm talking 7, 8, 10, you're fixing dinner for one another, hanging out, catching up, things of that nature. Back then, that meant something.
Right.
Today, that is just, it's like going to a buffet. Now, my name being Ryan, why don't we say Ryan's Buffet?
Woo!
Woo!
No plus.
Baby. But it's like going in there, and you're right. They can pick and choose. Men pick and choose. And so everything kind of loses its intrinsic value.
Right.
People do not appreciate, you know, the nuances. And first of all, having to navigate these turbulent waters that we call the dating scene in our generation. I was born in 91.
Whoa.
Yeah,
90s.
Great year, baby. Woo!
Woo, yeah.
But it's crazy. I mean, we think about it today. I'll never forget the first time I got on a computer with AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, gosh.
And that was my lifeline to the outside world.
MSN for me.
Amen. And so now, you think about it, kids to this day, you know, day and age, Snapchat, all these things. Dude, at 14 years old, they're doing lines off of a neighbor's, you know, counter and finger blasting each other after watching, you know, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. It doesn't make any sense.
I want to find these lines you're talking about. So when I was 14, I was like looking for lines, all right, but I was looking for lines in a script, or, you know, hell, I was trying to do coding. I was trying to be retarded, obviously. Poor life choices for sure. God, I need some go. And also, kids, remember, for reference, drugs are bad, but if you're concerned about your cocaine's legitimacy, vinegar. Vinegar will prove if it's baking soda, because then all of a sudden it starts foaming. But also, if it doesn't start foaming, guess what? You just ruined cocaine. Good job. You don't need drugs. You don't need to have them. You just ruined them. Good job, kids. Hope you take that to the bank. Try it out. Do it. Anybody who's listening for their cocaine advice, I got your back. I got your back on this one, brother. I got it. Got it. But on a closing note on the human aspects of people not being a big old pile of donkey dookie, seriously, like, we are in a system where relationships, everything is so quick. Everything's responding at a rate that is just unrealistic for not only human development, but human expectations. It sucks. Straight up sucks. I mean, yeah. It's like what we were saying with all the apps and stuff. Like, let's show Tinder, for instance, man. You can have a conversation which is exactly one-sided almost every time. From a male's point of view, if you're actually going to try to put up a conversation, yeah, I understand entirely that women are expecting men to be like, hey, baby, let's go and let me tap DTF and all that stuff, and understandably. But sometimes if someone is putting up a huge amount of conversation, one-sided, and then you're giving them, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, nah, yeah, no, okay, cool, whatever, yeah, nah. It's like, okay, can I just shoot you in the face right after I shoot myself in the face, so then the bullet can go between my skull and into your skull, so then there's some brain matter of intelligence going into your side? Either why in the why on fucking green earth of cocksuckers would, excuse Ryan's French, why would you swipe right? If you supposedly think, okay, if it's an accident, so hey, it's an accident. I got a boyfriend. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Shut up. Why you on Tinder if you got a boyfriend? You piece of hoe. But the fact is, you swiped right. Okay, you have some interest in this guy, and if he has a legitimate profile and he has a legitimate, like, you know, things that, hey, this is what I do. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have country, I have all these thousands of things, and he has tons of real pictures and stuff. And he brings out this, you know, paragraph and a half conversation, and you know, he tries to bring up conversation. Just don't. One, don't do it. Don't do that. If you're gonna do that and bring up a measly okay or nah or yeah or haha or whatever stupid thing you're gonna do, seriously, go outside, grab a cyanide pill, put it in your mouth, chew on it a little bit, sit there for about 15 minutes, and then die. Let the ants come carry you away, so then your purpose will not have been in vain. You have supplied an anthill with food and nourishment for the next, I don't know how many years ants live, and I don't know how long it'll work, probably a month. But the fact of the matter is, that is your purpose at that point. Seriously, don't swipe right. Just don't. Don't waste anybody's time. Don't even waste your time. Like I said, take the cyanide pill. You're going to be helping more than you'll be hurting people in that regard. And if anybody does love you at that point, obviously they're misguided, they're really retarded because they raised you, or either they have association with you. And seriously, you just need to do us all a favor. Seriously on that one. You any closing thoughts on that one? No? Did I?
But, you said a lot of it. I just think, for example, again, everything is a two-way street. I know a lot of gentlemen that treat really the few decent women that are left, treat them like garbage. And so then by the time somebody good rolls around, they are bitter, upset, and don't treat it the same way that they should, and vice versa. There are a lot of women that have burned some men, and a lot of men that have burned women. I think one of the points that you were making about, not wasting anybody's time. Look, if you want to pat your, ego and things of that nature, and you want to feel better about yourself, there are many other outlets to do that. People don't have to lie, manipulate, and things of that nature with two other people to make themselves feel better. There's just no reason for it. So again, I agree with a lot of that, and again, it is certainly a two-way street.
Yeah. It just, who knows? You never tell in this day and age.
You cannot.
But on to the next question of debauchery and the pain. So, this one's even more away from depressing. Well, actually, it could probably be equally as depressing as well as it could be informal. But, first 100 days, what would you say, Ryan and Aaron? Hi! What would you do if you were president of the free world, United States of America, for the first 100 days?
In America?
America! Fuck you. First 100 days. Ryan, I'm gonna throw you under the bus first.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Because I'm that generous, I do my best.
Well, I'm in the trench taking grenades, pretty much. That's
the plan.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. Well, one of the first things that I would have to do, with the state of the United States being what it is, and
current, everything's up to date.
Yes.
Say you're president as of today. 100 days.
As of today, the first thing that I would do, I'd take all the warning labels off of everything. Coffees, paints, toys, everything. I would let natural selection take its course the way that nature intended. For example, if you happen to fall into a cage, or if you happen to eat a couple lead paint chips, if you happen to try deep-throating an entire Dragon Ball Z action figure.
Hey, you leave me out of that.
That was, and by the way, folks, that was a horrible night to walk in on him and his boyfriend Ron. But that's besides the point.
You leave Gary out of this.
Gary.
Fucking Gary. Yeah.
I mean, nature needs to take its course, because if you're gonna do that, you deserve it.
Lord, watch all the watchdog groups be like, I can't run. It doesn't tell me. It has to tell me when I can't do it. Hot coffee? It's going to be hot? Oh my God. It doesn't tell me this. That's exactly what I imagine. That's what I imagine.
Just like that woman, that old grandmother that sued McDonald's. Do you remember that 6 or 7 years ago?
Yeah.
She burnt her tongue, or somehow she spilt it on herself. And said the coffee was, she did not know that it was hot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't there iced coffee
and hot and regular coffee? Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine what was, because I've drunk coffee and it's just like, oh my god, my turn! I can't taste it for anything. I burned my tongue for like an entire month, and I can't taste anything. Everything tastes like cardboard, which is a day-to-day life struggle for me as it is. But could you imagine? I really want. You ever see those boxes with the babies in them?
Yes.
Like, okay, actually, you can't find boxes with babies actually in them. I've tried.
Not really.
Anyway, no, not this time. But no, they have, you know, those big old barrels with "Don't let your babies get in this box." You know, those little things. It's like, I want my baby to get in there. That's why I don't have kids, guys. That's the sole reason. Also, I'm a terrible shot. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I'm a terrible human being. I've never denied it. So, okay, all the all the global warming is gone now. Get the air conditions cranked up, bitches. We're getting this place back in order. Okay, sorry guys. Right. Okay, we got your warning labels off,
Yes.
Mr. Presidente.
Second thing, I'm from Florida originally.
Oh God, help us.
Hey, amen.
Explains a lot.
That it does. And I recently moved up to Indiana. Now you want to talk about a unique place, to say the least, and for the lack of better words, I have to admit, I have never seen a state that you could not buy alcohol on Sundays. Out of curiosity, what if I want to have a beer for Jesus?
Well, then go to church and have some wine.
Well, but not all of them serve wine. For example,
serve snakes.
Some do.
Hey, baby, have some Satan. Get it out of your system. Hurry. This guy's a little feisty, honey. Don't worry about it. It's Frank. He just gets a little agitated when you start swinging him around like a leprechaun. Don't ever fear of snakes.
I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking place.
Get him out! Oh my gosh, we're going to hell in multiple ways, but...
Yes, well I don't have a soul, so it's okay.
Hey, you know. But yeah, Kentucky does the same thing, which, I mean, I guess I can understand why they do it, but it doesn't make it okay, because that is, that hinders other people that don't actually follow those customs or beliefs. That makes it to where I have some religion infringing upon my freedom and my right to live how I choose to live. It may not be acceptable, it may not be right in your point of view, but last I had readed some bushes here. Last time I had read in the Constitution, it does not say in the United States, in the United Christian States of America. It says the United States of America. The United States was not truly founded under a Christian orthodoxy. It was founded under the concepts of legality. It was founded under the system of laws that made it right for people of any and every denomination, faith, coloration, everything, to live freely under the system of laws that allow human beings to exist. But something has gone awry between then and there, and I know one day I'm going to be targeted by Zodiac Killer Ted Cruz, and he's going to be like, I heard you talking. I ain't telling you my Zodiac sign. Because, hey, I've seen those dates, man. You go on a date with Ted Cruz, first thing they ask you, say, what's your Zodiac sign? He's like, I left my baby on fire. Boom, he's gone. Or he hadn't elbowed his wife in a while. She needed it. Obviously, she needed a lot of things to the head that are not savory. But, just for the record, I don't like Ted Cruz. In case you did not notice that. He is probably a tolerable piece of garbage, but I do what all people do with their trash. Throw it in the bin.
Hey, well, and to his point as well, I know he was trying to get to it, nobody promotes domestic violence. But if she's acting up, don't you hesitate to show her the strong side of that hand, boy. Hey, strong hand.
Hey, yeah. He's damn right. Let me get Levi Lloyd here. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me get my teeth. That man's got me.
And to piggyback off your point, I'm not a Ted Cruz fan, and to be honest, I'm not even a politics fan. I don't go out of my way to discuss it. I'm not a fan of a lot of the cat and mouse games that are played, things of that nature. But I will say, it seems like to me, it's always picking the most polished turd out of the bunch.
Yeah.
You're not, it's kind of picking the best of the worst.
That's all you do. It's the lesser of two evils, as they would say.
Amen.
But on a tangent, since we love to get on them, I do. I'm terrible about it. So, okay, you would essentially, and what you're saying is, you would enact laws that would be like, hey, look, don't go buy the beer if you don't want it, but it's going to be sellable on Sundays.
Well, Sunday is no different than any other day.
It's just a sunny day.
Amen.
Starts with an S.
There we
Oh, wait,
go.
Saturday does too. Shit. We discovered it. Oh, no. Nobody come after me. My location. Don't look at my addresses. You can't find me.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes. So what else? Oh, Presidente. You got any more phenomenons or what?
Well, okay.
What are you going to do for your foreign policy then?
Foreign policy? All Asian women
Yellow fever.
are allowed. Well, that's besides the point. All Asian women that are a 7 above are allowed to come over to the States free of charge and stay with me.
And by his 7 above, he's meaning his scale of hotness ranging on 1, oh my god, is it alive? Is it a thing? Kill it with fire. And then 10 being, oh my god, why is she not here? Who is this? Why haven't I married her? She's mine already. Back off, little woman. I'm taking this one.
Indeed.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yes.
Because that sounds like a good thing for me. But okay, go ahead, guys.
Well, and the reason I would like to invite them over, it's getting crowded over there. They're jumping through all sorts of hoops. Who am I not to sharing is caring.
Oh, I agree. I agree. But what about your health care then? Because all of a sudden, look, you're bringing all these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. They're all these women, I might add, Asian women, Japanese probably prefer, but
preferably.
You're bringing all these women over. There's going to be a huge outbreak. There's going to be a massive epidemic, and it's going to be called the Yellow Plague. What are you going to do to solve that problem, El Presidente? El Presidente, we have the yellow fever. It's escalated to the Yellow Plague. We're all dying. They're not really dying, but if you know what we're talking about, then you know exactly. What are we going to do about that? El Presidente, there's a plague going on. Yellow Plague. We need to stop it. Hurry!
Well, as the leader of the free world, the first thing that I would do is let it take its course naturally. Because
massive suicides everywhere. I can't get rid of it. I need to. And that's a cyanide pit. I guess you didn't catch on to how I was dying. I can see it now.
You might as well call me Old Yeller, because I've got the yellow fever.
Oh my God! What just happened? Lord help me! Somebody, Jesus, don't come back this time. Don't save us. Don't do it. Just stay. Just stay. You don't want to deal with this. It's horrible. Merca. All right. So we've already established it's going to be, this foreign policy is going to have a lot of immigrants. All right, a selected particular group. Only. All right. You got most of your domestics are handled. It sounds like, and so far you're modestly progressive in your immigration policy for sure. But okay, well, what about like other nations? Supposedly, you're gonna have to go and meet these people. Like Vladimir Putin's coming to. Vala, hello, this is Russia. Hey, how you gonna deal with someone like that? Hard case character like you.
Well,
in your first introduction,
dealing with Putin. First off the bat. What I would do is I would bring one of those Asian immigrants over to kind of smooth things out. But then after we got our initial meetings out of the way, we got off the plane and got done taking shots of Jaeger.
It's already going so wrong.
The things that what we would do is we would play a game of
Peekaboo.
NHL 16.
Oh my God!
To decide the fate of the free world. And we're putting America up. And we're putting Russia up.
Well, beknownst to you, he is actually 17-time world champion at NHL.
Really?
Yeah, we just don't know it yet because
Wow.
Putin can do all things. Have you seen his Super Bowl ring?
Touché.
I mean, come on. Have you seen his dealings with Ukraine, he decides, hey, Ukraine's mine. I go get the Ukraine because it is mine. I ride bear because Russia man ride bear. Because bear does not ride Russian. And you see how he does with the Georgians and all the other nations that, sanctions? I don't see no sanctions. Sanctions. I got hot tub. It is very warm, and in Russia, everybody imagine they have hot tub. Because they look at picture of fire, they warm. They look at picture of fuel, they have fuel. Hello, Russia, good. Fuck you, we have Olympics. Look at my hat. That's exactly how I imagine Putin's handling this.
Well, fun fact about Putin. Have you ever seen the movie 300?
Yes.
And read about the historical accounts of Leonidas and his men and things of that nature?
No.
Well, if you haven't, go into it, research it, you might like it. But very similar to how Leonidas, when he was sent out as a child for one of his final tests, and he killed that large wolf creature. If you haven't seen the movie, and if you've seen the other one, Meet the Spartans, it was a penguin, and that was actually more vicious. That penguin was more vicious.
Penguins, man.
No, hey, I don't trust anybody that wears a suit all the time.
And they have switchblades. Don't let them fool you, man. They act like frickin' sea lions and polar bears and killer whales just murder the hell out of them. But that's just because they want the illusion. So then when, you're coming down there, you're all like, look at millions of penguins. All of a sudden, boom.
Penguin
you're shanked. You're shanked. You've lost your wallet. You've lost your booty hole virginity, obviously, in his view. And you do not want to go home after that. You sit in that shower, and you're like, you set everything on fire, and you hope somebody saves you.
Well, at least if you're in the shower, they can't see you crying.
Because the water washes away the tears, in case people don't catch on to that.
But anyway, so the point that I was getting to
obviously
is that a little fun fact about Putin that people do not know. The same thing happened to him. He was sent out, and it was a Russian vision quest. He actually had to fight a bear with his bare hands. He fought a bear with his bare hands, bare naked.
Just so everybody realizes it, he's laughing really hard right now, and I'm just sitting here like, why have I not stabbed myself in the throat with this pin? Because these jokes are about as funny as an unborn baby in a dumpster. It's not funny. Nobody should laugh.
Don't talk about Gary.
Oh God, Gary! Quit guilting me for getting laid. I hate you so much, Gary. Gary. I know, not SpongeBob's Gary. Another Gary that we'll never talk about again. He's a piece of humanoid vomit. Anyway, so okay, your foreign policy. You're already leading off America in a strong. It sounds like it's going to be a little bit Reagan with a little bit of Hollywood theatrical, with a little bit of strongman policies like Nixon doing some never bow in, and a little bit of Kennedy in there with a little sexuality going on, and his Cuban crisis, and Nixon whatever. I've never been a crook. So it sounds like it's going to go well. Do you have any more input on that?
I do. One of the ways that I would appeal to all of the foreign leaders and things of that nature, people from.
I got a feeling this is going to involve Asians.
No, not this time.
Oh,
not this time.
It's been a winning
that's
policy.
The after party.
It's been a winning policy in your administration so far.
Well, how do you think I got to be president to begin with?
Well, considering with Trump coming up and being a president, anything is possible. And I like your policies a lot better than an orange orangutan taking charge with a toupee on.
Well, what I would do is, like the fine people that were here in this country before we got here.
Which ones?
The Native American Indians.
Oh, I thought you meant the animals.
What we would do is we'd smoke a peace pipe before we start talking about our foreign relations and things that are going on. Maybe start playing some airplane, some elevator music. Get everybody in a nice frame of mind.
It sounds like it would start off very well, and you have dun 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 dun, and you're sitting there like, oh my God, this elevator's never going to end. You're just like, why am I strapped in an elevator with people? There you go. I can imagine that. Shut up, Putin. We don't care about your battles with the penguin monsters of Siberia. Fuck you in Chernobyl. Seriously, nobody cares. Nobody has ever cared. Mikhail, get out of here. Nobody cares. David Cameron, For the love of God, nobody cares about the British Empire, what it once was. I swear. Kill everything. Abenomics has worked successfully only to a moderation. We're done. Stop it. No. Obama, what are you doing here? You're not even a president no more. That's how I imagine it all plays out.
That actually sounds very accurate.
I
almost word for word.
I imagine somebody yelling like that.
Oh, you were quite intuitive.
I got the angry white guy in me. I'm good at that. I got a good angry small white man.
Well, you know what they say? If it's white, it ain't right.
Damn right. Wait, what? Hey. I never denied anything and have no racial clarity on that one as well. So, I take it your 100 days is almost, that's extended.
Well, I'm at 98. I'm at 98.
Well, these are some intrinsic policies that have been going on for 100 days. He's pretty aggressive, it sounds like. All of a sudden taking on domesticated policies as well as immigration policies. Man, hopefully we're in a new era of liberal international order and peace.
Well, and the last decree that I would make on the 100th day. A wise man by the name of Will Ferrell once said in a movie titled Tropical Heat. Jackie Moon. Everybody love everybody. ELE, everybody love everybody. And listen, if we are in some wild, peace-piped, crazy Asian Russian penguin orgy type deal, I feel like there's not enough time nor need to have any problems to worry about all of those things that are inconsequential. We all need to learn how to coexist, and the biggest thing that I would promote is brotherhood, sister, that kind of thing. We are all on this floating rock together, and ain't none of us making out alive, so we gotta do our best to keep this ship on the right course.
Wow, that was insightful. That was insightful peace talks from El Presidente Lisa.
Here.
So, on that one, I guess that's the closure of your 100 days, right?
Yeah, that was actually day 99, and the 100th day I rested. Well, I got drunk.
Well, I understand. Every great leader has to rest once in a while. Sadly, we come to my point of view on it. So, the first 100 days for me, the first day, nukes everywhere. Now, there will never be a greater president than me, nor will there be another president after me, because it's gone. Dead. Everything's gone. Nobody survived. And if they survive, I already have nuke backups ready to go. In the entire ball of fire in hell. And that's what I want to leave my presidency at.
Because you want to be the Johnny Cash of presidents, the burning ring of fire?
I was thinking more like Lamb of God. Now you have something to die for. Now you got something to die for.
Touché.
So, everybody needs to suffer. But it will be a quick death, mind you. It will be,
Well, that's humane of you.
Well, I mean, I try to be as humanely as possible. Because literally, if I actually started on my first 100 days, it is going to be an intrinsic and in-depth conversation, or actually lecture on my part, and I really don't want to put a lot of people to sleep on it. But yeah, that's what I would do if I was president for 100 days. But on to bigger and better things, the more important things of life. Much more important than anything involving anything related to government, politics, and all that jazz. What kind of old person, Ryan, would you be? Do you believe?
Me personally?
I don't see anyone else, so yes.
Okay, well, you could have been talking about the mouse in my pocket. I wasn't sure.
Hey, he likes cheese too.
Yeah, his name's Gary.
Gary! I hate you.
But let's say I'm fortunate enough to make it to the ripe old age of being an old person.
What, like 50?
I was thinking 37.
Hey, if I'm lucky to make 36, I'm happy, man.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess that counts.
I'll take it. But no, if I am up, 1 foot in the grave, I'm like looking like the crypt keeper. If I get to be that old age, the type of old person that I would be is
my bowels don't stop.
I would always be hitting on women. I would be screaming.
You be that old Asian man on the shows, aren't you? Like, oh, movies, let me play.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me, I tripped and fell because of my cankles. Oh, Lord, help me, my ankles.
It looked like I'd have these huge sunglasses on, you know, and I walk around like I'm blind, but I don't have a cane. and to greet people, I'd be like the kid off of Dude, Where's My Car? You know, that's the first thing that I'd do.
Oh, God.
Second, I would have to yell at kids to get off my lawn, even if they're not on my lawn.
Go into the vegetable aisle in the grocer, and they're touching the lettuce in that little moped thing you ride, little electrical wheelchair. Oh, goddamn kid, get out the fuck of my lawn, you pieces of shit.
I'd be running over people's toes. I would be slamming into shopping carts.
Your granddaughter was going to be my mother. Fuck, I don't know. Wait,
wrong
way. That's the wrong way to go with that, right? Your mother was going to be my granddaughter. There we go.
I'm kind of frightened.
I'm
glad that you revised that.
I'm not good with math, so it's okay. It's okay. At this rate, 89 degrees and I cannot breathe.
Indeed.
So, yeah, is that all you be as an old man? Besides, a dirty, filthy old man that randomly yells at children.
That pretty much sums it up.
Wow.
If you've ever seen the movie Dirty Old Grandpa,
no,
or whatever, the Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would be Robert De Niro in that shit. That is what I strive to be. If I make it to that age, first of all, Robert De Niro's a killer anyway. He's awesome. Dude's awesome. But I would be his character without a shadow of a doubt if I make it to that age.
Right? That's hilarious, man. I kid you not. I know what I'd be like as an old man. I would just hit people. I'd get a cane and just hit people. They don't have to be in my way. I'm just gonna hit them.
Are you talking full lumberjack, like swing?
No, like hit their ankles,
right in the shins.
No, the annoying, the shins or the ankles. I'll just be like,
sorry, boy.
Get the fuck out of my way. Get out of my way! I gotta get my crumpets. I gotta get my dental work. I gotta get my Viagra's. Get out of my way. What are you gonna use with your Viagra? I don't know, but I'm gonna get it anyway because I'm eligible. I'll have something working for 4 hours besides my wife. She ain't even here.
So you telling me that you would be the old man spiking the prune juice?
Damn right.
With MDM at the local.
I would. If I had the chance, man, I'd be in that nursing home, smacking nurses on the asses.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Go getting all the Viagra cases. Be stealing all these people's prescriptions. Frankie died the other day. His heart pressure medication. If for some reason he had this big erection, but his blood pressure pills were not the same.
Well, see, but you'd be the old man that goes, hey, sweetheart. Listen, this thing isn't gonna shuck itself.
So I'm Sean O'Connery now.
I'm gonna shoot
her honey.
Some cornflakes and a nice blowjob. Make it snappy. Otherwise,
make it snappy. I can't do a Sean O'Connery, but by God, that's how I envision myself. I would be one of them. I think I agree with you on the perverted old man thing because I might as well look. I'm gonna be old as shit. No person's gonna be like touching me. I'm
what are they gonna do to you?
It ain't even that. Who's wanting to touch a wrinkly old man unless I had money? Chances are, fuck you. Anyway, excuse his rudeness. He doesn't know how to bathe once in a while, so he's nasty.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Now, see. I know that you asked me the hypothetical question, what would I do if I was an old man? But I have actually, this is what frightens me. I really think that gingers have an expiration date because when was the last time you saw an old man that was a redhead other than Ron Howard? Who? I don't know of any.
Well, their hair changes colors because the pigment dies away.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Redheads are the hardest to lose the pigment. Really? It is harder for us.
Watch when they're all old. That's why you don't have them all old.
There are many ways to spot a ginger without having just red fucking hair.
Because I see one right now.
I can put a wig on and all of these freckles.
You look like a cancer victim.
Yes. Well, that is true. Opie the cancer victim.
You gotta help my friend. He's captain of the cancer. He can't.
Captain Cancer.
Oh, God.
And coincidentally, I'm born in July, so that.
What are we doing?
Captain Cancer.
Yeah, but I mean, You do pose for once in your life, in your miserable life. You do pose the correctness that I've never noticed it. But then again, I never look for old men gingers.
Well, see, I do simply because I'm afraid that
because you're looking for that quick, you're looking at that quick payday is what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, nah, man. Like as an old person, I don't know. I do know what else I would do. I would literally either be the old person that would drive so slow that everybody wants to just wishes they were in the nursing home dead or either in the grave alive because you can't do one or the other without the other happening to the other. Or I'd be the old man that's riding behind someone's ass on a car and just staying on their tail because obviously just that just bothers me to death. So I might as well put someone else through the same torture I dealt with.
Well, could I revise my answer?
Yeah, I guess so. Man.
No, now that I think about it, listen, our generation. We're going to be 80, 90 years old playing video games.
Right.
We may not know what we're playing, what the hell it is or how to do it.
What the hell's this Mario doing with this Luigi? Hey, Mario and Luigi, Gramps.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's Dingo. that's soda power, Gramps. Well, that fucking Peter don't watch it, goddamn. I told you to get out of here. Now get. I'm trying to work it. Get.
Grandpa, this is a simulator for the DMV. All you're doing is waiting in line, fussing at the colored folks.
Ah, that dude was 4 hours later. I was wondering why it's taking so long, and this Betty wouldn't give me my driver's license saying I'm too old. Fuck her, she don't know me. I fought in 2 major video game wars, damn it. I was in them. It was heavy. It was hard. Halo wars. It never ended. It never ended. Call of Duty, they kept calling me. Call of Duty 37, I had to go back and repeat and fight the Nazis bears that were coming.
And the Nazi zombies.
That's a real thing. Okay, come on. Well, there are Nazi zombies.
Only if you live in Idaho.
And there's also, no. Call of Duty zombies. Come on. We're talking about zombie Nazi bears.
Oh, well
from Russia.
No, thank you.
With,
Putin?
Yes, riding on one of them with cybernetics in one eye.
Ooh.
That's how he rose. But, alright, for the old man topic, I think that covers the uselessness of that, truly, down to a key. So, with that being said, we get to the next section of my plugs. So, this is where I tell you all the things that are coming up, try to convince you to go see my other stuff, and if you don't, then obviously you're a terrible person and you don't need to worry about living because you don't need it. But if you're cool and you're a cool cat and you stick with it, then we're in the good ball cat. Go check out my website, www.cohortco.com. It has all the latest stuff coming up, has all kinds of cool videos, has all kinds of cool pictures, it has all kinds of stuff that if you're interested in whatever I've talked about here or in my other previous videos, then you need to go check it out. Also, my Imgur site, I will have it below here, has all sorts of pictures that you've seen in this podcast itself, has those and a whole bajillion, a multitude of numbers that I cannot fabulate or fabricate or count. They're there. Go check them out. Go see all that. My Facebook page, Cohort Co. Go like it. Go check out the latest stuff that we share, what we, do all the other sort of stuff, because, your life's worthless, honestly. Look, you look at your phone, Facebook's there, go see what we got. Also, if you haven't done it already, then I'm tired of being your mother, being disappointed, or your father, being disappointed in you as a terrible child for not going and subscribing to my channel, because goodness gracious, if you've literally watched to this point, you obviously need to subscribe, you need to check me out, and you need to be, civil. Because this world has enough uncivil people, as you heard in this podcast, and we don't need no more of those, so don't be that way. Nobody likes a douche. Also, if you have anything to comment, do it below here. I answer your questions as fast as I can, and also if you got subjects for the next podcast, be sure to put it on there. And if you don't, then obviously shut the hell up. No one cares. And my song credits. The song you have been listening to on a loop since the whole podcast began. That is given accreditation to some lucky artist on Newgrounds. I have his link below, or his or her link, excuse me. You should go check them out. Give them a listen to, see all their other work. You gotta remember, on the internet, there is areas that are local for the internet. Small areas where small artists are just trying to get up and going. Give them some support, show some love, be a humanist in the sense of love and be loved. help one another. And as always, try to be a decent person. And if you can't be a decent person, then don't be a person. It's just a waste of time. And if you're going to be an ass about it, be an honest one. You know, stay true to your code. Stay true to some sort of something. And you know, if you have on your Tinder account that says, "Oh, I don't answer the guys that say hey," well, don't be the douche female that says hey back, or the male, okay, female, and say hey back whenever they give you a paragraph or 4 pages worth of information. Be the better person. Don't do that. And as I like to say, stay classy, but don't be trashy. Unless it's required, then, you know, get a trash can. It works, right? Green on the money! As always, with Ryan, my buddy, we sign off, say salut, and
Adios.
take care, everybody.